Here, not that. Yes, I saw that is to you. Yes, it's on the Satella. Then, sorry. You, you have to request and also no, if you are requesting today, yeah, it's always Saturday, so from the online class, if you are ready. So I don't know, there is a 21, 15 mark. This was go. So if you are not getting the 10 marks, okay. Today also, if you are free, then can next. So I can for you as processes with current.
Yes, ma'am.
Others not joined.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. Shivam you. Okay. Then Shivangi. Or like Shivangi not good. Okay. Urudmai and Marcos. Then yesterday we came now. say I'm having class watching is very busy. Otherwise, on the from Vashi, I will take online if you are one day. Okay. Yesterday whole day I was telling you Harshna. Your name is Harshna. Yes, let's do it. Okay. Yesterday we have started federalism. What is federalism? So the government which is divided into divided not two or more levels of government. That is what and both the governments are related. There is the relationship between both the layers of government. Okay. Then we have also learned about the unitary system and federal system. Remember? Then the features of federalism we were discussing. Two features we have discussed. Am I correct? What are the features? First feature, there are two or more layers or layers of government. Second, what is the second feature? Same citizens, but the jurisdiction is the that is what the second point. Now let us see the third feature. First and second you remember, no? Now third feature. The existence and authority of each level of government is constitutionally guaranteed. The existence and authority of each level means they derive its power from the constitution. There is a guarantee from the constitution for its existence as well as authority. Understood? What is that here? अपने आप ने फॉर्म किया, वो क्रिएट किया, उसका अथॉरिटी और पावर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने दिया है. That is what the third point. Clear, Armay?
Yes, sir.
Now the fourth point, the fundamental provisions of the constitution cannot be unilaterally changed. Now, what is the meaning? The provisions written in the constitution cannot be changed by one-sided. If central government want to make changes, it itself cannot make that change. It requires the support and permission from state government, the legislatures of the state government. That is what a unilaterally cannot be changed. Unilaterally means one-sided. Is this point clear? Are your homework done? Yesterday. You should do that. That's a learning process. Next point. The courts have the power to interpret the constitution. See, interpretation of the constitution means many of the meanings of the constitutional terms common people cannot understand. See, we people think that okay, it is right. So, if you are punished for the violation of some of the terms of that, you cannot excuse itself because a constitution can be interpreted by the court or court have the authority to interpret the constitution. Court wants that. You see? Fine. Court act like an umpire. What is the meaning of this? Can you tell? Can you repeat it? Can you repeat? Court act like an umpire. Yes. Yes. Its the decision is final. Understood? See, when there is a game, match, cricket match, who is taking the decision? Umpire. Umpire's decision is final, whether it is wrong or right, and nobody could question it. The other day, that cricket, how many of you are interested in watching the cricket or playing the cricket? None of you. Which game you are interested in? Football. Okay, all of you. You also. Handball. Oh. So I'm interested. That is why. Well, sometimes you know that the decision of the umpire may not be correct also. Still, the player has to obey. That way, the court take the final decision. So acts like an umpire. Biased. See, the other day the game was on the boundary. It was a sixer. On the boundary, the catch was there. That person's leg, catch on the rod. So it was not out. It was six. And then umpire told the person is out. The person was playing very well and then nearing that century. So it was out. So the game that they lost. So even the third umpire also, that the ball people passed the catcher or that person who catches the ball, that's the boundary wrong. So it was not out. So that way also the decision can. So judges should not be biased. So then they can go to the higher court. Understood? So higher court can give the proper verdict. So some of the cases are lifetime uses. That means it is the test also it is go on. Because till the people satisfied, they will go to the higher courts. That kind of things happen. That is why decisions are taken. But still, the decisions of the court is considered as final. Unilaterally. Unilaterally. Okay. Okay. Now next point is that the sources of revenue of each level of government are specified. See, each level, what are the sources of revenue? For example, income tax is collected by the central government. Whereas the other taxes like property tax is collected by the local self-government. There are some taxes which are allotted or that permission is granted to collect by or collected by the state government. Amaya, are you
Yes,
able
ma'am.
to hear
Yes, ma'am.
clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is very, very clearly mentioned who will collect what tax and how much each state authorities or the local authorities can collect. Get even a part of the income from the central government is given to the state governments for its administrative purpose. So financial autonomy is ensured. Got it? Now the next point is that the federal system does have dual objectives. That is, federal system dual objectives. One is that safeguard and promote the unity of the country. And second one is that they accommodate regional diversity. These are the dual objectives, two objectives. One is that is safeguard and promote the unity of the country. Then second, accommodate regional diversity. The diversities are there. So when working as a nation, that differences have to be accommodated. We have learned about Belgium. Belgium is successful because it accommodated the diversities. So these are the dual objectives. Next one, ideal federal setup. So, wait. It is a kind of condition a federal setup is giving. It is not a eighth key feature. It is the basis of federation. Okay. 7 features are there, key features are there, but this is an ideal federal setup. So, ideal federal setup has one is mutual setup, trust. Second, perfect federation have two aspects. Are you able to see? See, if you are talking about a federation, the federation have two aspects. One is that mutual trust. That is, states should trust the central government should trust the state government. If there is mutual trust, then only it can work. This point clear? Another is that agreement to live together. That means they should not think about leaving the union and forming a separate country. So that agreement, if it is there, then only they can. So one is that mutual trust. Second, agreement to live together. So these are the two main aspects of an ideal federal setup. Did you get all the 7 points? This one is that a perfect federation have this two aspects. Any doubt is there? Any point need clarity, you can ask. No? Clear? Shall I rub it off? All of you completed? Now, there are two types of federations. Means when the federations are formed, there are two types of federations. Or two ways the federations are formed. Okay. See one example. If you want to go to railway station, there are so many options, but your ultimate aim is to reach railway station. You can choose this way or that way. Okay. So the same way, when the federations are formed, there are two ways in which federations are formed. One, coming together federations. What is this? Coming together. The smaller units are there. It can be provinces, it can be states. They come and form a unit. So various units come together to form a unit or a federation. For example, USA, United States of America. The states of America come together to form a united. Understood? So, 15 states of America come together. So, what is it called? Coming together. They voluntarily come together, but their autonomy, if we are thinking, they are having full autonomy. Versus the federation, they are more powerful. They are not subordinate to the union government. Understood? So what? How can you define coming to the federation? Just write the various constituent units. No. Coming together the explanation. It is the same one. Coming together is the root. See, you can get a question, route through which the federations are formed, or the ways. So, this word, if you are hearing, or if you get to write, you should remember these are the roots. Root means way. Understood? So, which route you are going to CST through harbor line or central line? So, route. You get the meaning? So, various constituent units come together to form a bigger unit. Okay. Example, this also required. Example, USA, Australia, and Switzerland. Yes, what is any word you are not able to read? Any word is not clear? Then no. Huh? Any word is not clear for you. Rajit is there, no? Second root is holding together federations. Okay. Different from coming together. Here, the bigger unit or large country decide to divide its power. Okay, how can you define? It's a route in which, or it's a method in which is a method in which a large country decides to, you want to write now,
What is written after which?
Which a large
Okay.
country decides to divide its power between the constituent units and the central government. See, India is having one form holding together. See, we are having the union government or the central government. It distributes its power among the states. So there is a close relationship between the state government and the central government. This way, the power is distributed among the constituent units, whatever be. It can be provinces, it can be states. So it is distributed between the central government and the constituent units. Such federation is called holding together. The central government is holding the states together. Such formation or such route is called holding. Okay, which are the roots through which the federations are formed? Coming together and holding together. If you get only that example, so Belgium is an example of which type of federation? Holding together. Okay, so that way indirectly also can be asked. Question can be asked. Okay. Now, next part. Summary of it down. Over. Now we are going to study about India as a federal country, how it is formed as a federal country. See, all India a federal country. See, if it is asked about what are the legislative methods by which is made as a federal country. So like that. See, one of the method is that powers are divided into three lists. Legislative method, powers distributed into three lists. So you can write this one, powers are divided into That is not exactly list. It's a power. Yes. See, there are certain, you just write and dictating, there are certain unionist, concurrent, CONCURRENT. There are certain areas or subjects or subjects that only central government can make laws. Law, LAW. Laws. Such power is called, or such subjects are called. Such subjects are called unionist. Example, foreign policy, defense, currency, etc. They are the subjects of national importance. Just add that point also. They are the subjects of national importance. Are you writing? Okay. Now, let us think about a foreign policy. On a fine day, Maharashtra government think that, okay, we will formulate a foreign policy for the country. Is it possible? Why is it not possible? Because it can be yes. See, foreign policy is the national policy. Our country's policies with the other country. It can be formulated by the central government only. That is why it is called a national importance. Or one day that the state government of Gujarat think that okay, Pakistan is near to us, so we will make a defense policy. So it is also not possible because defense is a matter of national importance. So the same way, the matters of national importance are included in the union list. This part clear to you? How many items are included in that matters of national importance or union list? 97 items, so 97 subjects are included. Clear? Now, state list. You just write there are some subjects which state has to take decisions. And are the matters of regional importance. Matters of regional importance. Example, agriculture, irrigation, trade, police, etc. Trade, police, etc. See, we are having certain kind of areas which is an exclusive matter of state. You might have seen on police, the uniform is written, Maharashtra police. This Maharashtra police cannot interfere in the areas of Gujarat police. So that particular administrative jurisdiction is only for that state. So the matters of state importance are given in the state list. Yeah. So in that there are 67 subjects. How many subjects are there in the state list? 67. Now, next one, concurrent list. These are the subjects. Correct. These are the subjects of common interest to both central government and common interest to both central government and state government. Both the governments can take decisions in such matters but in such matters. But if there is a conflict, central government's decision will be final. Okay. Central government's decision will be final. Example, decision will be final. Example, education, marriage, adoption, etc. Okay. Now, let us imagine about education. So state government has the power to take a decision. In some cases, the state government's laws can be against the interest of the central government. Or if the decision is taken that it can be a conflicting decision. In that case, central government's decision will be upheld. You have heard about the National Education Framework, National Education Policy, NEP. Okay, so it was implemented later only. It was passed in the year 2020. So many of the things are not easily acceptable to the state governments. Many points. But as it was passed by the national government, they are forced. Implementation is a complicated task for that national education. Many of the conditions are very difficult. You just tell me which is the third language for you? Hindi is the third language. So what is the second language? Clear का हमने मराठी का किया. हाँ नहीं दिया ना मराठी नहीं दिया ना. So that Hindi is the second language. तो हिंदी बोला. That is the second language. जो हमारे स्कूलों की टेंथ. टेंथ में नहीं है हिंदी. टेंथ में मराठी के language. हाँ, that is why which is the second language then. You told third language. I asked about third language. Third language up to 8th standard. Marathi or Sanskrit or French or whatever it is. That is your choice. But according to the new framework of education, the language of the state is a compulsory. First standard onwards, you have to study that. And English is starting from third standard onwards. First 5 years of the studies, that means at the age of 3, if the child is admitted to that Balvatika, that is the new term for that, Balvatika. So that time onwards, the child is learning something that drawing, that nothing they are learning for themselves. That is for examples. But later on, when it is coming, the system when it is implementing, they are learning Marathi. It's very difficult for the students of the other states to study Marathi at that. That is why many of the schools are called English medium schools. So you are studying English from your childhood onwards. So it is very easy for the communication purpose, learning purpose. But the national framework, English you are learning at a very later stage, that is Christian. Now, is there any use in your future life? Many of you are planning to go abroad for higher studies or for any other purposes. So if you study KBSE at 5th standard, how will you be able to learn the things and apply it in your? So many laws are contradictory. Some are good. Some good means after 10th standard you are not going to other college or like that because it is inclusive. Junior colleges or like that, it is inclusive. There you are automatically studying And exams are also not that way compulsory. You are just continuing your studies. And if you need a break in your studies, you are not considered as a failure and you can continue your studies after this. So those who are very much interested in your higher studies, competitive way you cannot make it. Because the graduation which was earlier for 3 years is becoming 4 years. So many new changes are there. So implementation of that one is very difficult for the states. Winding up the old mode and bringing the new system is very much difficult. So I'm not telling you about that complications because you are not having that few rules applied. Now, what I wanted to tell is that in the time of conflicts in the implementation of education policy, whose role will be final? Central governments. There you are learning that the state language and another Hindi language and all. Or vernacular language, whatever, that is any state that the child belongs, that state's language. One way good, but at the same time, it is required to learn English. Don't you think that English is essential? No? Not essential? What about you? English is essential or not? You? You? No. Huh? No. Harsh? English is essential or not? See, one way, what I was telling is that now that English is there, so we are able to communicate. Otherwise, if you are going to a foreign country, which language you will communicate? Will you communicate in Marathi? Will you communicate in Hindi also? It's very difficult. So that is why English is considered as the language of the world. Everywhere it can be. So that is why English should not wind up or English is required. Those who are interested to study that language, let them study English. It's my suggestion, but our suggestions were not teachers are okay. This point is clear. How many items are there in the concurrent list? 47. Is it there in your book? So these are the three categories of list in which all the administrative subjects are divided in. Now, when the constitution makers made the constitution, they tried to include all the subjects, but they have a doubt that some more type of subjects may arise in future. Okay? See, our constitution makers farsightedness you have to imagine. That time they try to include all the subjects in either union list or state list or concurrent list. But they were doubtful that is some type of topics can arise in future. Now it is not there, but in future it may arise. Such subjects are given in the residuary powers of the central government. So how will you define? You just write the powers which were not powers are the subjects you can write. That is what the qualification powers. Powers in bracket subjects subjects which were not included in any of the list. Any of the list. Were included in the residuary powers of the central government. See, residuary, it is written on the board. Residuary powers of the central government. The constitution makers were of the opinion that there may be some topics which can be arised in future. Which can be arised in future. Of no, which can be arised in future, such as you write examples such as software, information technology, computers, etc. The power to take decisions are given to central government. The power to take decisions are given to central government. Okay, see, when the constitution was drafted, they tried to include all those topics in these three categories: union list, state list, and concurrent list. But they doubt that some more topics can come in future. That was true also. When they have formed the constitution, computers were not there. Information technology, internet, and other topics were not there. So they have foreseen such kind of topics can arise. So they have included this in a different category called the residuary powers, and that power rests with the central government. Clear? Yes? Then another important topic is about we have studied about the holding together and coming together federations. But when the constitution was formed, they gave special status to some states. They might be strategically important, or due to some reasons, some states were given special status. Can you give one example of such state?
Kashmir.
Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir is having special status. Is no, it was having, because there was an article 370 included in our constitution when it was framed, giving special status to Jammu and Kashmir. But in 2021, that special status of Jammu and Kashmir was removed, and Jammu and Kashmir was divided into two union territories. One Jammu and Kashmir, and the other was Ladakh. So, but it requires special status. Okay. But why it is requiring special status? Can you give any reason?
Because of its boundaries with other countries.
Is strategically important. Bordering with Pakistan, then some parts of China. So there is always the possibility of that threat from other countries. So if they want to take a decision on a faster pace, without or before getting the instruction from the central government, so the states should have special powers. Imagine Pakistan invaded that region. Now they are not having the state government also. So getting the permission from the center and taking action is not easy. So that is why when constitution was framed, that time itself are given, that is some of the states are given the special status. Other states, for example, Maharashtra is not having this. That UP is not having, Gujarat not having, but this particular state is having that special status because we know that some part of it was occupied by Pakistan. It is separated like a Pak occupied Kashmir. It requires that status and that. Secondly, yesterday we have seen, yesterday no, today only we have seen of the state government is also necessary for change. Cannot take a decisions only. One-sided decision. At least 6 states have to agree upon. But in this case, winding up that Article 370, that states permission, that states permission, the political cut in house arrest. So unilaterally the central government have taken decision, and the central government. Central government dictatorially did that. Opposition and others were against such act. How can the political leaders who were once that chief minister or that formed the government for long, those chief also kept in house arrest. So without the consent of the respected, this particular act was taken. So can we call it a democratic policy? No, but why it was necessary? It's my question.
Because we didn't have control over which we get that it was
That it was just publicized. If you read that article clearly, it was very clear that it did not state any specific. Special status given this many years past. Why that king joined us? He could have joined Pakistan. According to that, it was a Muslim majority area. King was also Muslim. When that partition document was there, it was mentioned that areas occupied by Muslims and Muslim rulers should go to Pakistan. Why decided to be part of India? Because they wanted to have a democratic government. The great leaders like that time foreign minister, so many such persons efforts only it become that of India. So it was working for about 72 years. It was working. So one fine day it found that wrong thing.
Ma'am, but before that, Pakistan was not like Kashmir, like I want Kashmir.
Then that time only immediately after the independence only they conquered and occupied, you know. It is not a fine days the same. Was continuously demanding Pakistan is a part of the Pakistan was created as a Muslim state. So this also Muslim majority area. So they weren't making the demands. But for 72, 73 years, it was not having much problem.
They started in the state and according to that now the recent movie has come article that as well.
You just see that there is a unity. Really used to study the things very clearly and tell very clearly what is right, what is wrong. We can interpret according to our viewpoint. So they have implemented that law. So they will interpret it that form. See, after that particular government came to power, only all these things happened. And they told about the Pulwama attack, that is Pakistan's place is bombarded. Not even a single found. If anybody is created in so like that, it found, you know. All the international agencies also says that place single body was found. Was it correct? Just an election stand, just before. So many things which we feel or we believe is not correct. Interpretation according to the. I'm not having any political, but history I studied that. According to that history, what was happening earlier, what is happening present is completely different.
Then today we didn't have Kashmir as a state. Yeah, like they didn't do that idea.
See, that is state article 370 removed, it is formed into two union territories. What is the difference? Any difference is there? Now those people are not having a government of their own. That is the outcome. Understood? Still that party is there. And that constitution makers have told very clearly that other people cannot purchase a land or settle there. That is made to avoid such kind of migration and all. In Maharashtra, anybody can purchase and occupy, but in Kashmir, it is not there. Now, according to the removal of this one, anyone can go. So more problem can come. Why can't they see? The constitution makers have seen all this thing, this kind of situation may arise. That is when they have come. Understood? So much problems were there, so much were there. Then also with that 370. We know that in Punjab there was a movement called a Khalistan movement. Means there were Khalistan movement, they demanded for separate state. They will go away from India. It was supported by the people from Pakistan. But Indian government solved that problem. For that purpose, Indira Gandhi lost her life. Understood that? So they sacrificed their life and made the unity of the country. But now, condition is completely different. All this truth is somewhere else. That is why the foreign countries are also now becoming enemies. Earlier, they were very close towards India. Any other countries, because India is turning out to be a religious country. Federalism moving. So India is the original birthplace of Buddhism, Hinduism, like that religions are born in India. So if they want to establish only one religion, but the others will go. Directly, the political leaders are telling, okay, you go to other countries. Is it right? That is right. We have to understand, we have to open our eyes and ears what's happening around us. Yeah. Many things which we are hearing are not correct. So just read the things and interpret it in your own. Okay. Yes, sometimes some political questions if they come, I start reacting in a very overreaction will come. Because we are experiencing so many things. I'm scared. So we are experiencing so many things because of this new. Those who are experiencing only can tell clearly. So many people are not having that kind of experiences. All the major religious groups are now facing the problem. They get property that also country that one believe. Not take correct. Earlier countries were not. Okay. Special status to certain states. Now, next, some on the basis of graphical size. Some of the states are bigger in size. They have formed language and all. But there are not formed on the basis of, but the ethnicity and the geography. In northeastern state, the seven sisters, we call states, that collection of that states are called seven sisters. So that states are not formed on the basis of this size. Some are very small states. but they are formed on the basis of ethnicity, their particular culture, language, not exactly language also. So the culture has to be preserved, so the state will be formed. So that way, states are formed in order to serve the ethnicity and culture. And next point is that some states are not so big to be formed as states. They are formed as union territories. They are not large enough to be formed as states. They are union territories. Next important point is that in union territories, how the administration is taking place. Can you tell? Union territories.
By some other state.
See, union territories, they have lieutenant governors who are the representatives of central government. Understood? They don't have assemblies. Only 2-3 union assemblies.
But they are not like take decisions on the.
Say, for example, Puducherry or earlier Pondicherry was there. Puducherry is having a government. Understood? Elected government. Union capital territory Delhi is having a government. Then some regions are having governments, even though they are united, because they need to take decisions for their respective areas. They are not controlled by another state. They are controlled by the central government through an officer called lieutenant governors. Other states are having governors, but states are having lieutenant governors. Have you heard this? This is the spelling of lieutenant governor.
But in Kashmir is controlled by Delhi. So
Kashmir controlled by Delhi, no, central government. Delhi is governed by their own state administration.
so Kashmir can also make
Kashmir was happy, but according to the new union territory rule, the election they are not ready for election. The agencies are telling that they are not ready for election. You just imagine that earlier that political party leaders who were the chief ministers and all, they were in house arrest. How can they contest election? Only one party, that is BJP, they alone cannot, they are alone contesting the election. So, what's the meaning of calling it democracy? Dictatorship. Everyone should get a chance. What is the need of the people? They are not knowing. See this way, lieutenant governor. We are pronouncing lieutenant. F type is. So, in order to remember that spelling, you just learn like this. Like, you, ten, and. Otherwise, no, you will forget to learn that spelling. Technique is like that. You split up that like, you, ten, and. Okay? Is it easy to learn? Lieutenant spelling. That is not the spelling is a technique. Just to pronounce it like that, if you are writing, Sometimes the spelling go wrong and your answer also may go wrong. This is a small technique to learn. Okay, come back. What all points we have studied? What are the ways in which Indian Federation is formed? Sure. What are the ways in which Indian Federation is formed? Ways in which Indian Federation is formed.
Powers.
No. Are divided into three lists.
Union legislation is not current.
Then what is the residuary power? You. What is the residuary power? Let's see. Huh? Try, no. Is written, no? Just read out what is written. The subjects which are not included in any of the list.
We are of opinion that there may be like some which arise in future, such as software, information technology, computer system, the power to make a decision and to settle power.
So in this list it is not included. We have seen 97, 67 and 47. So that many topics they discussed and included in these three categories. But they were having the opinion that in future more topics can arise. So that is why it is kept as residuary focus. Then what is the what are the other features? What more feature you tell? Residuary power, no?
The same power.
After that, what are the ways in which Indian Federation is working? No, I have told the special status are given to the states, some states. Then next point we have discussed about some states are called union territories. They are too small to be formed into states. Understood? And some states are created, that is 7 sisters I have told, they are created on the basis of ethnicity. Other states are created on the basis of language. These all are the points. You just from Shivam onwards you read fast. Take it fast. That paper 26 separate jurisdiction at each level.
On page number 26.
India
Okay, madam.
Then
मिलेना स्कूल के लिए स्पैन कुमार
that is have completed that one, how India is a federal country. You read. Now we will meet on next Thursday only. By the time you have to complete the first lesson's question answers and second, this lesson's 2 3 questions I am giving. Just mark it. Page number 43. Okay. Don't take history further. Okay. 3 mark question. Critically examine the concept of federalism in Indian context. 19. Then 21 and 24. 21 and 20. Okay. Let's take. Okay, but have a next day.
हर्ष वो आपका ही है ना टिफिन क्योंकि हर्ष बोला गया हमें आपका प्रोनाउंस हर्ष है ना हाँ। ये लो आपका और आपको बुक्स मिला मैम ये तो नहीं किया ना हाँ नहीं किया मैम नहीं
August number one. This last class, so last class is question. You just introduced you once again who is Gulpreet Singh. Or absent. He is not enrolled for splits. Or Aman. Speedy Mahadev. Ira Siddharth. Shivam. Shivam, you also give admission, right?
It's your
Actually, what says the reading? Arun. Harsh. So, where did we stop in the last class? I think we are the first class in the vacation batch, right? Okay. So, where did we
chapter.
Are sign convention we have to silence.
sign convention?
Of lens. Six.
There's one student absent, one boy.
It's a Rashi, Rashi kind of mix.
Okay. So, our stage is, you may have.
कल तो बोला था
हमारे हाथ में लेट हो गया होगा.
And we have Armea. Are you new admit? Are you new admit? Armea?
No, sir.
You have attended my class before?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So where did I stop in the last class?
Sign convention of lens.
Of lenses. You sign lenses. Sign conventions for lenses. So it is exactly same as sign convention for mirror. So you know that with one change, the B sign will be opposite. Okay? केवल एक change है. So let me revise it again for the benefit of those who did not attend previously. So sign convention is basically for focal length, object distance, image distance, what else? Magnification and power. Okay. So when we say magnification, let me write here. Height of object,
Height of
cost,
height of image, height of
magnification and power. So we need the sign convention for all this. So mirror we already did, now we have to do it for lens. So this is the familiar Cartesian sign, Cartesian coordinate. You know this is right. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Now the origin, in case of mirror it was pole. In case of lenses it will be optical center. So you write O here. How did we measure the distances? From the pole or optical center in this case. So let us say you have this lens, convex lens for example. You can have convex lens or you can have concave lens. So when the lens is kept like this, right? All the distances measured to the left of O are negative. Right? So left of O will be negative. Right of O will be positive. Above the principal axis will be positive. Right? and below the principal axis will be negative. That's it. This is the sign convention. Now for focal length, if it is a convex lens, right? So where will the parallel rays converge and the focus on the other side, right? So focal length for convex lens is positive. Positive for convex lens. This is lenses, sign convention for lens. Yes. Come from. So for convex lens, and negative for concave lens. How do we decide about the sign of the focal length? देखो जहाँ पे पैरेलल इंसिडेंट रे कन्वर्ज होती है या अगर कॉन्केव लेंस है तो डाइवर्ज जाएगी डाइवर्ज होगी तो बैकवर्ड एक्सटेंड करने पे यहाँ पे ओके where it meets when extended backward.
So in convex lens with the rays converge at a point that we say that this is positive.
Yes. जो पैरेलल रेज आके यहाँ पे कन्वर्ज होगी कॉन्वेक्स लेंस में तो बिहाइंड द लेंस और कॉन्केव लेंस में क्या होगा ऐसे डाइवर्ज होता है तो बैकवर्ड करने के बाद जहां से डाइवर्ज हो रहा है दैट इज द फोकल लेंस यस तो इसलिए कॉन्केव लेंस में नेगेटिव होगा ठीक है व्हाट अबाउट यू व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस एवरीबॉडी नोज नो व्हाट इज दैट यू मीनिंग यू इज ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस an object is always kept on the in the front of the lens this side is front left side is front side and back side is behind. Okay. तो फ्रंट साइड में रखते हैं ऑब्जेक्ट चाहे लेंस हो या मिरर हो तो फ्रंट साइड में ऑब्जेक्ट का डिस्टेंस क्या होगा पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव नेगेटिव होगा ना इस तरफ ठीक है तो u इज नेगेटिव ऑलवेज चाहे कोई भी लेंस हो u तुम्हारा हमेशा क्या होगा नेगेटिव अब देखो रियल इमेज कहाँ बनती है इस केस में लेंस के केस में हमने रे डायग्राम सीखा है लेंस का सारा रे डायग्राम कर लिया तो रियल इमेज कहाँ पे बनती है रिफ्रैक्शन होने के बाद ये साइड में बनती है ना तो अब b इधर है तो b का इमेज डिस्टेंस क्या हुआ पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव कौन सी इमेज के लिए हाँ पॉजिटिव फॉर रियल इमेज और वर्चुअल इमेज कहाँ बनता है इधर बनता है सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में सो नेगेटिव फॉर नेगेटिव फॉर वर्चुअल इमेज अब ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ पे रहता है अबव प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस तो हाइट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट इज ऑलवेज फॉलो अब इमेज देखो रियल बनेगी तो इन्वर्टेड होगा ठीक है और वर्चुअल बनेगी तो पॉजिटिव होगा तो इमेज डिपेंड करता है नेगेटिव फॉर रियल positive for virtual. मैग्निफिकेशन का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है HI अपॉन HO तो रियल होगा तो नेगेटिव बनेगा रियल एंड इन्वर्टेड उसमें क्या बनेगा रेशियो नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव फॉर वर्चुअल ठीक है अब इसमें एक नया चीज है पावर पावर ऑफ लेंस वो हमने अभी तक सीखा नहीं है बट उसका साइन कन्वेंशन ले लो इट इज सेम एज साइन ऑफ फोकल लेंथ ठीक है बता दिया मैंने ओके तो पावर ऑफ लेंस इज 1/f है ना तो जो फोकल लेंथ का साइन होगा वही पावर का साइन ठीक है तो पॉजिटिव फॉर कॉन्वेक्स लेंस नेगेटिव फॉर कॉन्केव लेंस अब तुम्हें साइन कन्वेंशन को कंपेयर करो मिरर के साइन कन्वेंशन से सिर्फ बी का साइन उल्टा हुआ बाकी सब सेम कुछ भी चेंज नहीं देख लो मिरर का साइन तुम्हारे पास है ओनली चेंज इज दिस वहां पे नेगेटिव था रियल इमेज के लिए क्योंकि रिफ्लेक्शन के बाद सेम साइड में वेव नहीं रिफ्लेक्शन होता है ना तो रियल इमेज इधर ही बनती है ठीक है यहाँ पे रिफ्रैक्शन होता है इसलिए यहाँ बनती है इसका इधर होगा और वहां वर्चुअल इधर बनती है मिरर के केस में यहाँ पे इधर होता है ठीक है इतना ही फर्क है तो सिर्फ बी का साइन चेंज हुआ है और कुछ भी चेंज ठीक है ये क्लियर हो गया तो बच्चा क्या है सिर्फ साइन कन्वेंशन बचा हाँ थ्योरी खत्म हो गया न्यूमेरिकल करना हो गया वेरी गुड साइन कन्वेंशन बचा था कि ये तो पहले हो जाना चाहिए हाँ किसी को इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चाहिए कौन था वो आज नहीं हो गया इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का टेस्ट हो गया तुम्हारा आज भी कुछ डाउट है तो पूछ लेना ये चैप्टर तो नाउ स्टार्ट क्वेश्चंस कहाँ से कर रहे हो क्वेश्चन टेक्स्ट बुक से या वॉल्यूम से वॉल्यूम कर रहे हो जी वो आ रहा है वॉल्यूम बोरो somebody's volume so is there any doubt to be cleared from theory right ठीक है चलो रिव्यू क्वेश्चंस पे आ जाओ पेज नंबर 46 थैंक यू जो बुक का क्वेश्चन था वो किया था तुमने लेट्स और बुक के दो क्वेश्चन किए नहीं किया था ठीक है चलो वॉल्यूम से करो Come on, page number 45. So page 45 review questions class work. So these are theory questions. Do you want me to discuss theory questions? Huh? Jaiसे ki what is refraction? What causes refraction? You know this already, right? We will just still read wherever you feel read explanation and figure that. What happens to light on striking a transparent medium? It suffers refraction. Its path changes in the second medium. That changes in the second. State Snell's law. The ratio of sin I to sin R is always constant. That constant is called. That constant is called refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium. The most Snell's law. Fourth. So you all read, take turns reading one by one. Read both questions. Yes. So what is meant by absolute refractive index of the medium? Anybody? Absolute refractive index of the medium क्या होता है? Armaya, you can also answer. Absolute refractive index कब बोलते हैं? देखो, कभी रिफ्रैक्शन हो रहा होता है. पढ़ा है तुमने? रेफर करो. क्या बताया मैंने?
Sir, absolute refractive index is a ratio of the speed of light upon speed of light in air upon speed of light in the medium, I think.
Correct. And the first medium is देखो, अभी n1 is equal to speed of light in first medium divided by speed of light in second medium. So whenever the first medium is air, then the speed of light is c. Okay. So then we write it as just n2. N2 is equal to c by v. So the refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium is called absolute refractive index. Then the first medium is air or vacuum. Is it understood? So in case of absolute refractive index, we do not mention the first medium because we know it is air. समझ आ गई बात? तो ये देखो, ये क्वेश्चन आंसर ऐसे भी करना जरूरी है. What is absolute refractive index? Okay.
So in other words, we can tell that it does not give a specific percent.
Yes, you don't have to specify the incident medium. Okay, you don't specify the incident medium. It means the incident medium is air. Is it clear? And it is just written. So अभी जैसे मैंने बोला NG, मतलब क्या है? Refractive index of glass. तो ये क्या है? Absolute refractive index of glass. अभी हम यहाँ पे ये नहीं बोल रहे. We are not saying NGA. क्योंकि NGA का मतलब ही होता है NG. समझ में आया? ये स्पेसिफाई करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो वो क्या हो गया? Absolute refractive. What kind of lens is used by watchmakers and why? Is silent. Concave या convex? Concave. तुमने concave lens देखा है क्या? एक मिनट में lens दिखाऊं.
का बड़ा होता है क्या बड़ा होता है और बाजू में थोड़ा ऊपर से खुला होता है.
So I have created this small kit. मेरे पास में potential है. Whatever I can, because I'm asking the judge to have some experimental stuff available. देखो convex lens कैसा होता है? ये convex lens है. ये magnifying glass watchmaker के पास ऐसा लेंस होना चाहिए, concave होना चाहिए. watchmaker क्वेश्चन क्या है? watchmaker के पास concave होना चाहिए. अच्छा, concave में क्या होगा? कैसे इमेज बनती है concave लेंस में?
Magnified.
virtual and
Magnified.
concave में virtual and magnified बनता है. तू तो बोला ही नहीं, तू तो अभी भी मत बोल. कॉनकेव में इमेज कैसा बनता है? डिमिनिश्ड टू अ पॉइंट या फिर डिमिनिश्ड बनता है? मैग्नीफाई होता है क्या? नहीं. वॉच के कंपोनेंट्स शेयर होते हैं. अबे तुमको क्या ऐसा लगे जो उसको बड़ा करके दिखाया या उसको और छोटा कर दे? दिस इज व्हाट यू शुड हैव आस्क्ड योरसेल्फ. कॉनकेव लेंस में इमेज हमेशा डिमिनिश्ड ही बनता है. वर्चुअल है लेकिन डिमिनिश्ड बनता है. Virtual और magnified किसमें बनता है? Convex में. When the object is placed between F and P. अपने पास लैब में लेंस है क्या? लैब में देखा है कोई है वहाँ लैब में? लैब असिस्टेंट है? चेक करो अगर है तो लोगों को पूछो फिर तो लेंस चाहिए था. कौन ये और ठीक है? लैब में अभी तुम लोग का अलॉट नहीं है, वो 11-12 के बच्चों के लिए, 9-10 के लिए नहीं है. ठीक है, तो ये देखो अभी जैसे कि ये दिख रहा है कैमरे में सबको, ठीक है?
हाँ सर.
अभी ये कैसा दिख रहा है? बड़ा दिख रहा है?
बड़ा दिख रहा है. मैग्नीफाइड
दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ.
तो ये क्या है? ये कॉन्वेक्स लेंस है. इट इज नॉट कॉन्वेक्स लेंस. कैसा होता है? बीच में थिक होता है और साइड में थिन होता है. ठीक है, ये कॉन्वेक्स लेंस. तो कॉन्वेक्स लेंस चाहिए, दैट इज द आंसर. ठीक है, देखना है सबको कॉन्वेक्स लेंस. अपना दो दिन में घुमा दो उसको सबको. ये फोकस हो रहा है पैरेलल. पैरेलल में फोकस भी हो रहा है. ठीक है, सबको दिखाओ, सबको दिखाओ.
अभी उतना मत कर, हमें दूर से देख ले.
What kind of lenses produce both real and virtual images?
अरे तेरे तो दो लेंस है.
While everybody is watching, उतना दूर से नहीं. ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ होना चाहिए? ऑब्जेक्ट फोकल लेंथ और पी के बीच में होना चाहिए. उसको ऐसे मैग्नीफायर ग्लास यूज करने का. और इमेज सीधा बन रहा है उल्टा बन रहा है, तो जिस चीज को देख रहे हो उसके पास रखना पड़ेगा लेंस. Now next question. What kind of lenses produce both real and virtual images? हाँ, कॉन्वेक्स. कॉन्वेक्स तो वर्चुअल ही बदल है. ठीक है, समझ आ गया? तो दिस वाज अ सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी क्वेश्चन. 6th is done. उसके बाद 7. How do frequency and wavelength change when light passes from an optically rarer to a optically denser medium? बताओ. देखो, we are discussing question number 7.
Frequency will reduce.
नहीं है, ठीक है. देखो अभी हमने ये फॉर्मूला देखा है ना. क्या क्वेश्चन है? फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज होता है. फ्रीक्वेंसी डज नॉट चेंज. फ्रीक्वेंसी दोनों जगह प्लस फ्रीक्वेंसी डिपेंड्स ऑन सोर्स. अब यहाँ पे स्पीड में क्या डिफरेंस है? डेंसर मीडियम में स्पीड कम हो गया. तो स्पीड का क्या फॉर्मूला है? स्पीड और वेवलेंथ का क्या रिलेशन है? एफ लैम्डा होता है ना. तो जहाँ स्पीड कम हो गया, फ्रीक्वेंसी कांस्टेंट है, तो v is direct proportional to wavelength. जहाँ स्पीड चेंज होगा वहाँ पे वेवलेंथ भी चेंज होगा. तो वेवलेंथ और स्पीड विल रिड्यूस. इट्स अ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल. सो जहाँ पे स्पीड कम होगा वहाँ पे वेवलेंथ भी कम हो जाएगा. तो आंसर क्या बनेगा? Frequency remains constant in both medium. Velocity, I mean speed and wavelength both will reduce in the denser medium. ठीक है, लिखते जाओ आंसर. वही क्वेश्चन के आगे क्या आंसर है? किसके पास है लेंस? नहीं, ऑब्जेक्ट के पास रखना है लेंस. जो चीज बड़ा देखना है उसके पास है. जैसे मेडिसिन में कभी नहीं थोड़ा बड़ा करें. थोड़ा फोकस और ऑप्टिकल सेंटर के बीच में देखिए. देखिए सबने आंसर. फ्रीक्वेंसी विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट इन बोथ केस एंड wavelength and speed will reduce in the denser. Next question. Will reduce in the denser. Okay. Then we have 4 same angle of incidence. Question 8. Read.
For the same angle of incidence, the angle of the refraction in the three media A, B, C are 15 degree, 55 degree, and 35 degree.
Right.
In which the medium is velocity of the light medium.
So we have three mediums. We are calling this medium as A, B, and C. Okay, this is the normal. What is said is angle of incidence is same in all the three medium. Angle of incidence is same in all the three medium. What is different is in A it is 15 degree angle of refraction. This is 15 degree. In B it is 25. And in C it is 35 degree. So where will speed be minimum? ये बता रहे हैं.
Sir, A
In which medium is the velocity of light minimum?
A
है ना?
बहुत ज्यादा ही
क्योंकि बेंडिंग ज्यादा है तो ये है एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन कम है मतलब बेंडिंग क्या है ज्यादा है. देखो ये ओरिजिनल डायरेक्शन है, ये ओरिजिनल डायरेक्शन है, ये ओरिजिनल डायरेक्शन है. बेंडिंग कहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा है? ये में. तुम लोग एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन ज्यादा है तो बेंडिंग कम है, तो बेंडिंग कम है. बेंडिंग से हमको पता चलता है
सर अगर ज्यादा रहेगा तो बेंड कम रहेगा.
क्या ज्यादा रहेगा. तो हाँ एंगल ज्यादा है यहाँ पे. ये कितना है 15 डिग्री है. R इज इक्वल टू 15. मान लो ये तुम्हारा था सब जगह पे 45 डिग्री. ठीक है, I हमारा समझो 45 डिग्री था सब जगह. I सेम I 45. लेकिन R क्या मिल रहा है यहाँ पे? R1 15, R2 कितना है 25 डिग्री, R3 कितना है 35 डिग्री. ठीक है, ये 35 मतलब बेंडिंग कम है ना, 45 के नजदीक है ना. तो बेंडिंग जहां पे ज्यादा है वहां पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ज्यादा है. देखो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स का फॉर्मूला क्या है? साइन ऑफ I अपॉन साइन ऑफ R है ना. ठीक है, साइन की वैल्यू क्या होती है? साइन थीटा का रेंज क्या है? साइन थीटा इज बिटवीन 0 to 1 और थीटा बिटवीन 0 to 90. मतलब जैसे जैसे थीटा बढ़ता है वैसे वैसे साइन की वैल्यू बढ़ती है. तो अभी साइन I बाई साइन R इस केस में क्या होगा? जहां पे R कम होगा वो वैल्यू ज्यादा छोटी है तो डिनोमिनेटर जितना छोटा होगा इतना रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स बड़ा है. साइन I कांस्टेंट है, साइन I सेम है सब जगह पे. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? इट इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू साइन ऑफ R. रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कब बड़ा होगा? जब R छोटा होगा. इनवर्स रिलेशन है, R छोटा तो ओवरऑल आंसर बड़ा हो जाएगा. समझ में आया? ठीक है, सो आंसर क्या बनेगा? स्पीड विल बी मिनिमम फॉर मिनिमम स्पीड for R is equal to 15 degree since there suffers maximum deviation. There suffers maximum bending or deviation. Bending और deviation एक ही बात. समझ में आ गया? आप कोई डाउट नहीं रहना चाहिए. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अभी ये ड्रॉ करना है डायग्राम. You have to complete the ray diagram. अभी क्या है देखो ऐसा दिया हो. कौन से टाइप का मिरर है ये? कॉन्केव मिरर है। कोटिंग किस तरफ है?
कॉन्वेक्स है।
हाँ, उल्टा कर दिया इसको, तो देखो ऐसे कंफ्यूज करते हैं। कॉन्केव जैसा दिख रहा है लेकिन कोटिंग किस तरफ कर दिया अभी इधर। तो बल्स्ड आउट पोर्शन इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, तो वो क्या हो गया? कॉन्वेक्स मिरर हो गया, है ना। अब इसमें रे कहां से जा रही है? इधर से जा रही है, मतलब ऐसे आ रही है, तो रिफ्लेक्टेड रे कहां पे जाएगी? हाँ, एफ पे कैसे जाएगी? तो रिफ्लेक्ट हो रही है, एफ पे जाएगी या एफ से अवे जाएगी?
एफ से अवे जाएगी।
यस, एफ से अवे जाएगी, ऐसे ये होगा, ये डायग्राम बनेगा। समझ में आया? तो कंफ्यूज करने के लिए इन लोगों ने क्या किया? मिरर को उल्टा कर दिया। सब लोग बनाओ डायरेक्ट। तो न्यूमेरिकल तो ठीक है, लेकिन तुमको थ्योरी क्वेश्चंस भी प्रैक्टिस करने चाहिए वॉल्यूम से। समझ में आया? एनसीईआरटी बुक में थ्योरी क्वेश्चन दिया ही नहीं, खाली न्यूमेरिकल दिया। तो वॉल्यूम के अंदर तुम्हारे थ्योरी क्वेश्चंस दिए, ठीक है, वो सारे प्रैक्टिस कर। चलो, जैसा ये क्वेश्चन था, अगला क्वेश्चन भी इसी के टाइप का है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, whose turn? Next question. Next question, question 11. This was question 10. Question 11. No, question 10, sorry. 10. ये 9 था actually.
Positive or negative in the case of a constant, then what will be positive?
हाँ, base magnification positive. So sign convention देखो. Positive क्यों? क्योंकि concave lens में कैसा इमेज बनता है? हमेशा वर्चुअल बनता है, ठीक है? So answer is magnification is positive for concave lens. And yes, positive because it forms only virtual images. ठीक है, so with full understanding you will tell the sign. Concave lens M is positive because it forms only virtual image. So next. Given information, answer the following. Anji, 11 rules. You read. Fastest. तो तुम्हारे को 3 रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स दिया है 3 मटेरियल का, तो लाइट किसमें फास्टेस्ट जाएगा?
आइस ना,
आइस क्यों?
बिकॉज रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स जितना
लोएस्ट,
कम है उतना
वहां पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स लोएस्ट है, मतलब बेंडिंग लीस्ट होगा,
लीस्ट
तो अवे फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल नहीं जाएगा, तो नॉर्मल
लीस्ट
की, क्योंकि मोर देन 1 रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स है तो लाइट तो बेंड होगी, ठीक है, लेकिन लीस्ट बेंडिंग होगी, ठीक है। सो आइस इज द आंसर। सो एक आंसर क्या है? आइस, सेंस लीस्ट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स। तो बी क्या हो जाएगा फिर? रूबी हो जाएगा, since maximum refractive index. आइस का कितना था 1.31, इसका कितना है 1.7, ठीक है समझ में आ गया। जहां पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स की वैल्यू ज्यादा है मतलब एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन छोटा है, साइन आर छोटा है, हमने देखा था रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन, सॉरी एंगल ऑफ या रिफ्रैक्शन का है। Then we have 12. Okay, Arna, you read 12.
Draw a ray diagram to show the position, nature, and size of image formed by a convex lens when the object is closer to the lens.
Base nature क्या मिलेगा इसमें?
Yes. Sir, convex है ना? So if it is between O and F, then maybe तो फिर virtual होगा, magnified होगा, direct होगा ना?
ये तो दिखा है ऑब्जेक्ट क्लोजर टू लेंस क्या बनता है मैग्नीफाइड, ठीक है चलो बनाओ सब लोग बनाओ, बना के दिखाओ मेरे को। एवरीबॉडी मेक रे डायग्राम फॉर क्वेश्चन 12। They completed it.
Yes, sir.
Show me, showing the camera. I think you have blurred the background to नजदीक रखो, ठीक है हाँ ठीक है ओके, लेकिन थोड़ा सा फ्री हैंड से बनाया है क्या?
नहीं, that lens हाँ.
हाँ दिखाओ फिर से, ठीक है ओके चल जाएगा। तो तुम्हारा ये ऑब्जेक्ट F1 और O के बीच में है ना?
Yes.
So now you have to go from F2, second ray will go through O. So now this refracted ray is diverging. So if you extend the ray backward, it will meet somewhere in front of the lens. Okay, यहाँ पे नहीं करना है। So this is correct. So you have to be familiar with the nature of image, where the image position is for any given object position. This kind of question also comes in here. Now, girls turn. Question 13. First complete 12th question and then go to 13.
पर रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स बाय हार्ट करने हैं
नहीं नहीं नहीं, खाली 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 2 या 3 के पता होने चाहिए. रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ एयर 1 है 1 1.0003 होता है, बट उसको तुम 1 तो एयर और वैक्यूम 1 है,
ओके
ये पता होना चाहिए. दूसरा वाटर, वाटर का है 1.33. दिस इज एक्चुअली इज इक्वल टू 4/3. 4/3 होगा, ठीक है. ये पता होना चाहिए वाटर का. और ग्लास, ग्लास का है 1.5 बस. वाटर और आइस का सिमिलर है ना. ये 3 पता होगा तो चलेगा. वैसे क्वेश्चन में दिया होता.
ओके थैंक यू.
नाउ क्वेश्चन 13.
To obtain a real and inverted image of the same size as that of the object by length of focal length 20 centimeter, where is the object is and which length you are using.
क्या बोल रहा है? इमेज साइज शुड बी सेम एज ऑब्जेक्ट साइज. ऐसा किसमें बनता है? कॉन्केव में. ऐसा कॉन्वेक्स में ही बनेगा, क्योंकि कॉन्केव में तो बन नहीं सकता. इमेज साइज हमेशा क्या होती है? छोटी होती है, ठीक है. तो कॉन्वेक्स में बनेगा. कौन से ऑब्जेक्ट पोजीशन के लिए इमेज साइज
2f
एट 2f, ठीक है. सो वी नो दैट. बना दो. तो नाउ अपने को मैथमेटिकली बताना है. हमको मैथमेटिकली निकालना है. रे डायग्राम बनाने के लिए बोला है क्या? नहीं. तो आवर आंसर शुड बी हाउ मच? 40 सेंटीमीटर माइनस 40. ये हमारा आंसर होना चाहिए. U शुड बी इक्वल टू माइनस 40 सेंटीमीटर, क्योंकि फोकल लेंथ कितना दिया हुआ है? 20 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है. Since f is equal to 20 सेंटीमीटर, ये हमारा एक्सपेक्टेड आंसर है. देखो मैथमेटिकली हम इसको कर सकते हैं क्या? ये गिवन डेटा है. और गिवन क्या क्या है? गिवन सबसे पहले लिखना है कॉन्वेक्स लेंस, ये दिया हुआ है. फिर क्या गिवन है? f is equal to +20, ये दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. और क्या दिया हुआ है? इमेज साइज इज इक्वल टू ऑब्जेक्ट साइज दिया है. hi is equal to ho. तो इससे हमको क्या पता चलता है? m is equal to 1. m is equal to 1. एंड ये रियल इमेज होगा, क्योंकि कॉन्वेक्स लेंस में सेम साइज का इमेज रियल होता है, रियल एंड इन्वर्टेड, ठीक है. तो HO is equal to HI तो है, और HI क्या होगा? इन्वर्टेड होगा. तो m क्या आ जाएगा? -1. यहाँ तक समझ आ गया? ठीक है. सब सोल्यूशन. ये हमारा गिवन डेटा है. सेम साइज का इमेज का मतलब क्या हुआ? m क्या हो गया? -1. तो since m is equal to -1, therefore b upon u is equal to -1. This means b is equal to -u. ये रिलेशन मिला, ठीक है. अब तुम निकाल लो. So therefore 1/f is equal to -1/u. हमको क्या निकालना है? u निकालना है, ठीक है. वो b सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो -u. 20 is equal to -u -1/u. अब ये क्या हो जाएगा? -2u. So 1/20 is equal to -2u. Therefore u is equal to -2 into -40. आ गया आंसर. So mathematically we got the answer from the given data. ये क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है. The important question is to mark कर लो. Everyone understood how we did it? Mark this question. अभी इसमें तुम्हें लगेगा कि डेटा ही दिया नहीं हुआ है. तो from ray diagrams we know that 40 पे बनना चाहिए, 40 पे ऑब्जेक्ट होना चाहिए, है ना, तभी हमको इमेज सेम साइज की मिलेगी. ठीक है, तो हमारा आ गया. ठीक है ना. और v कितना हो जाएगा, u की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो -40 तो v हो गया +1. आ गया, u मिला तो v भी मिल गया. ठीक है, तो हमारा क्वेश्चन वेरीफाई हो गया. Therefore, from equation 1, e is equal to minus v, minus 40 is equal to plus 40. This is completely verified. Okay. तो ये ऐसे करना है. अभी हमने इस क्वेश्चन में साइन कन्वेंशन भी अप्लाई किया, सारा लॉजिक यूज कर लिया. ठीक है, इससे हार्ड क्वेश्चन नहीं होता है. यही सबसे टफेस्ट फॉर्म्स है. मैग्निफिकेशन वाले क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि इसमें वी यू कुछ भी नहीं दिया हो, सिर्फ एफ दिया है. तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन में मैग्निफिकेशन यूज करके हो जाता है. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट.
Of right to the rectangular glass block and mark the angle of it. The vertical angle that is based of the ring.
क्या करना है यहाँ पे? तो कौन सा डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है?
Rectangular glass.
रेक्टेंगुलर ग्लास बनाओगे, फिर एक ऐसा रेडियस. ठीक है, अब क्या हो जाएगा, ये बेंड होगा. Then it will bend again. So you have to show the angle of incidence. This is first angle of incidence. Then this is first angle of refraction. This is angle of incidence for the second surface. And now we call it angle of emergence because it is now coming out. Okay. Now you show the incident direction like this. So emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. So what is what? Angle of incidence. R1 is angle of refractions. Is drop values. You write P Q R S. RS is laterally shifted. with respect to PQ. तो PQ तुम्हारा इंसिडेंट रे है, RS तुम्हारा एमर्जेंट रे है। अब देखो ये तुम्हारा इंसिडेंट डायरेक्शन था, अभी लेटरल शिफ्ट क्या हो गया, XY with lateral shift is equal to XY. So lateral displacement is XY. ठीक है, शिफ्ट जो factors that affect lateral वही determine affect या कोई तो determine lateral shift, इसका मतलब ये हो। So when, in short, when the lateral shift is going to be more, ठीक है, so you can look at the screen, when will it be more, जब ये रे ज्यादा बेंड करेगा, है ना? So first is it will depend on the refractive index of glass of rectangular. So refractive index of material of rectangular glass. एक तो उस पर डिपेंड करेगा और किस पे डिपेंड करेगा,
मीडियम के रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स पे।
वही तो है, क्या है मीडियम, मटेरियल ही तो मीडियम है।
एंगल
वो ठीक है, एंगल से क्या होगा, ये एंगल से नहीं होगा, एंगल से ओरिजिनल मिल जाएगा। अभी समझो तुमने इसका थिकनेस बढ़ा दिया, तो ये रे अब यहाँ पे आती है ना, ये यहाँ पे आती और ये यहाँ आता, तो देखो बढ़ गया।
हाँ
ठीक है ना, तो बाय सेकंड क्या होगा, थिकनेस ऑफ रेक्टेंगुलर ग्लास, थिकनेस ऑफ द मीडियम। एक तो थिकनेस पे डिपेंड करेगा और किस पे डिपेंड करेगा, अब ये जो लाइट रे है ना, इसके कलर पे भी डिपेंड करेगा, कलर ऑफ इंसिडेंट रे will depend on color of incident ray. क्यों, कौन से कलर की लाइट सबसे ज्यादा स्पीड से आती है आफ्टर रिफ्रैक्शन, रेड, क्योंकि रेड की बेंडिंग कम होती है। अभी तो स्पेक्ट्रम कैसे बनता है देखो, अभी हम प्रिज्म के बारे में पढ़ेंगे नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में। जब तुम व्हाइट रे पास करते हो, व्हाइट लाइट जब डालते हो,
डिस्पर्जन ऑफ लाइट ना,
हाँ डिस्पर्जन होता है, तो उसकी वजह से क्या हो जाता है, ऐसे ऐसे रेनबो फॉर्म होता है, इसमें रेड कलर टॉप पे होता है, वॉयलेट नीचे आ जाता है और बीच में सारे कलर होते हैं। यानी सबसे कम बेंडिंग किसकी हुई? रेड की हुई, और सबसे ज्यादा बेंडिंग किसकी हुई? वॉयलेट की। तो कलर ऑफ रे, अगर हमने यहाँ पे रेड कलर डाला तो लेटरल शिफ्ट कम मिलेगा, अगर हमने वॉयलेट डाला तो लेटरल शिफ्ट मैक्सिमम मिलेगा। समझ आया? इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड ऑन द कलर ऑफ रे। बट इट, क्योंकि डिफरेंट कलर की लाइट की रिफ्रैक्टिव मतलब बेंडिंग अलग अलग हो, ठीक है? ये हो, ये लिख लो, ये बुक में नहीं दिया हुआ है, ये अच्छे से लिख लो इसको, ठीक है? तो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ मीडियम is least of red color and maximum for violet color. Therefore, lateral shift will be least for incident ray of red color and maximum for incident ray of violet color. न्यूमेरिकल्स तो इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन ये थ्योरी क्वेश्चन बहुत कॉन्सेप्चुअल, ठीक है? ये करते करते फिर तुम्हारा नॉलेज लेवल और इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, इसलिए सारे क्वेश्चन। चलो 16th क्वेश्चन इज रिपीट ऑफ क्वेश्चन नंबर 14, इसमें खाली रे डायग्राम इनकम्प्लीट है। चलो you read it.
IMN represents a narrow beam of light that enters a rectangular block of glass and travels across it. Indicate in the diagram. A. The path of light ray after it leaves the block at N. B. The angles that need to be measured in order to find the refractive index of glass.
So 16th part A will be this. First you will draw this dotted ray, इसका incident ray का dotted ray, then you will extend this line parallel to this. ठीक है? So that is part A. This question 16. So same diagram, you have IMN. This is IMN. N से कहाँ पे लेके जाना है? के बाद क्या आता है? P कर दो। This is part A. Part A में ये हो गया। Part B में क्या बनेगा?
Angles that need to be measured in order to find the refractive index.
So sin I by sin R1. और sin P by sin R2. Because you have to find the refractive index of the medium. This is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air. The absolute refractive index. Because बाहर air है, अंदर भी air. Glass. दोनों तरह से सेम ही आएगी. यहाँ से जाएगी ऐसे. तो एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस I is equal to E होता है हमेशा, क्योंकि पैरेलल है ना. एंगल I हमेशा क्या होता है? एंगल E के बराबर ही है. क्योंकि पेयर ऑफ रिफ्रैक्टिंग मीडियम्स आर सेम. एयर ग्लास यहाँ पे एयर ग्लास, अगर उल्टा जाए. So which angle you have to measure? I and R1, E and R2. और R1 is equal to R2 हो जाएगा. बाई ज्योमेट्री दो नॉर्मल लोग हैं पैरेलल सरफेसेस में, तो नॉर्मल भी पैरेलल होगा. R1 ऑल्टरनेट एंगल. R1 clear.
Then should the object be placed to get a real and inverted image of the same size as that of the object in front of a convex lens of focal length 30 centimeters. Draw a ray diagram to show the formation.
So this is exactly same
Same
as
sum.
question 13, right? So do it, everyone. Do it quickly. First write of the given data starting with the name of the lens. So given is a convex lens. The length f is equal to plus 30 centimeters. The image is same size, so m is equal to minus minus. You have to find what? U. Meaning. And also draw radar.
Yes, sir.
What should be the answer? U is equal to minus 60. Got everybody?
Yes.
So I'm just going ahead and take it as a homework because we have already done a similar question. Oh. Next. चलो विनायक पवार ना
सर भरत सर
भरत पवार दोनों तो गणपति का ही नाम है भरत भी और विनायक भी भरत पवार
Draw ray diagram showing diminished virtual image by a lens.
कौन सा वाला लेंस होगा
कॉनकेव होगा कॉनकेव
कॉनकेव क्योंकि डिमिनिश्ड और वर्चुअल से उसमें ठीक है वर्चुअल कॉन्वेक्स में कैसा होता है मैग्नीफाइड होता है अभी देखा हमने डेमो है ना तो डिमिनिश के लिए कॉन्केव ये हमने ऑलरेडी किया हुआ है ये भी होमवर्क ले डायग्राम यहाँ भी बनाओगे होमवर्क लेते हैं ना
हाँ सर
करते हो कि नहीं होमवर्क करते हैं ठीक है सो क्वेश्चन 18 also homework ये भी homework ray diagram part is homework 19 अब इसमें 19 दिया ही नहीं हुआ 20 दिया हुआ है ठीक है आगे भी ऑर्डर गड़बड़ है थोड़ा तो दैट्स ओके सो अब ये सारे के सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स है 20 का 1 चलो राजा क्या राजदीप
सर अवनीश सर
राजदीप
refractive index of diamond is 2.
अरे
सर ये राजीव
राजदीप तो क्या अवनीश अब मुझे सबके नाम याद होने चाहिए अवनीश
Solve the following. The refractive index of diamond is 2.42 and that of window glass is 1.51. Compare the velocities of the light in glass and diamond. Second, find the position of the image.
पहला कर भाई पहला कर रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ डायमंड कितना दिया हुआ है सो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स एंड डायमंड इज इक्वल टू 2.42 that of window glass is refractive index of glass is
1.5.
ठीक है compare the velocities of light in glass and diamond so Vg upon Vd निकालना है ठीक है कंपेयर मतलब रेशियो निकालना होता है ना कि वेलोसिटी ऑफ ग्लास वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट इन ग्लास वर्सेस वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट इन डायमंड क्या होगा इसको कैसे सॉल्व करोगे सिंस एनटी मतलब क्या एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मतलब ये क्या हो जाएगा सी बाय बीडी एंड एनजी इज इक्वल टू सी बाय बीजी वो छोड़ो इंटरव्यू अपने ठीक है तो ये हो गया तो अब इसका रेशियो निकालना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा देयरफॉर सो एनटी अपॉन एनजी विल बी इक्वल टू सी अपॉन बीडी इनटू सी अपॉन बीजी डिवाइड करोगे तो रेसिप्रोकल मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा डिनोमिनेटर स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन एयर एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स का फॉर्मूला है ना अब भी तो होता है जब हम सेकंड जो फर्स्ट मीडियम नहीं लिखते हैं तो ये क्या हो गया स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन एयर सी होता है स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन एयर और इसकी वैल्यू कितनी होती है 3 × 10⁸ हमेशा याद रखो सी किसका सिंबल है स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन एयर और उसकी वैल्यू कितनी होती है 3 × 10⁸ ये याद रखना है कभी सी कैंसिल हो गया therefore EG is equal to ND on NG into BDR. ये नंबर निकालना है, बी क्लास में कितना होगा निकाल लो, ND गिवन है 2.42, ये ग्रेटर देन 1 आएगा, मतलब ग्लास में स्पीड ज्यादा होगी, कितनी ज्यादा होगा वो निकालना पड़ेगा डिवीजन करके। कितना होता है आंसर बताओ। 2.42 डिवाइड बाय 1.51, 1.6 टाइम्स आता है। This is equal to 1.60 meter. And the velocity of light in glass is 1.6 times velocity of light in diamond. क्या आंसर है?
This question in answer period.
आपको तो हर क्वेश्चन में दिया है, न्यूमेरिकल वो देखने से फायदा नहीं है, स्टेप्स करके आंसर लाना पड़ेगा। आया कैसे? आंसर तो दिया ही रहता है न्यूमेरिकल में। अब ये थियरी क्वेश्चन थे इसलिए नहीं दिया था उसमें, अब यहाँ पे मिलेगा तुमको हर एक का, लेकिन किसी किसी आंसर का साइन गड़बड़ होगा, कोई अल्फाबेट डिफरेंट है तो वो देखना है ध्यान से, ठीक है। चलिए आंसर, so velocity in glass is equal to 1.6 times velocity in diamond, मिल गया आंसर। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Find the position of
अरे
light.
सभी तुमको नहीं करना है भाई, हाँ चलो भाई, गुरप्रीत मेरी बारी है, किसकी बात?
Find the position of the image formed by a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter where an object is placed at A and B 15 centimeter.
जब भी भारत पे आक्रमण होता था तो सिख सबसे पहले खड़े होते हैं, कैसा सीख है? इसकी बारी उसकी बारी, क्या नहीं पढ़ा? तो पढ़ाई में जिसका दिमाग तो सही होना चाहिए, लड़ने के लिए मारेंगे, पढ़ाई में मार क्या जाए? सबसे आगे खड़ा रहेगा तो न्यूमेरिकल करने में, ठीक है। झगड़ा नहीं करना है, डिफेंड करना है। झगड़ा करने के लिए बड़ा कर, झगड़ा करना है इसे नेगेटिव थिंग, तुम्हें क्या करना है? डिफेंड करना है। आ रहा है उसको संभालना है, आगे खुद ही चलेगा झगड़ा, फिर तो तुझे संभालना पड़ेगा। समझ में आ रहा है? हथियार कब उठाने हैं? डिफेंड करने के लिए। चलो नेक्स्ट, अब अगली बार बोलो ना इसकी बारी उसकी बारी।
पढ़ाना भी।
पहला वाला तो झगड़ा करने के लिए।
Find the position of the image formed by a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter when an object is placed A 40 centimeter and B 6 centimeter.
ठीक है, चलो कैसे करेंगे इसको? पहले गिवन डेटा देखो। तो दिस इज क्वेश्चन 20 का सेकंड पार्ट। गिवन क्या गिवन है? पहले लिखो लेंस का नाम। लेंस का नाम क्यों लिख रहा है? गिवन में लेंस का नाम क्यों लिखते हैं हम लोग? साइन कन्वेंशन डिसाइड करने में हेल्प करता है। तो पहले कॉन्वेक्स लेंस, ठीक है, फिर क्या है? फोकल लेंथ। फोकल लेंथ क्या होता है कॉन्वेक्स लेंस का? प्लस। क्या हो गया? फिर मैंने ऑब्जेक्ट इज प्लेस्ड, अब ए निकालो। ए में क्या दिया हुआ है? u इज इक्वल टू -40। e में क्या दिया हुआ है? u इज इक्वल टू -15 सेंटीमीटर। तो a में जब ये दिया हुआ तो हमको क्या निकालना है? b। और सेकंड केस में भी क्या निकालना है? b। निकालो। क्या फॉर्मूला यूज होगा?
1 upon f is equal to 1
Let's
upon
solve.
f plus 1 upon b.
Length formula. कौन सा formula है? Y. 1 by, we are using 1 by f equal to 1 by b minus 1 by
Minus
u.
1 by
निकालो, देखो आंसर आता है, b के लिए सॉल्व करो दोनों केसेस में. A, so 1 by b is equal to 1 by f plus 1 by u. क्या आएगा? This is equal to 1 by 20 plus 1 by minus 40, मतलब ये माइनस है. LCM हो गया 40, तो ये 2 minus 1, ये हो गया 1 by 40. B कितना हो गया? Therefore B is equal to plus plus 40 है ना? वैसे सेकंड केस में निकालो. LCM कितना आएगा? 60.
इस 20 into 15 करके आप कर लीजिए. 60 आएगा भाई. 60.
So 2 3 the minus 4 minus 1 by 60. यानी इस केस में B कितना हो गया? minus 60 सेंटीमीटर. बराबर है. ये फोकल लेंथ और ऑप्टिकल सेंटर के बीच में रखोगे तो B क्या आना चाहिए? माइनस आना चाहिए. और इसमें क्या इमेज बनेगी? रियल बनेगी. परफेक्ट. रियल बनेगी, सेम साइज की बनेगी. इमेज का नेचर साइज पूछा है क्या? थर्ड क्वेश्चन.
Object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeters from a residence of focal length. The manual correlation is
फोकल लेंथ कितना दिया है? 20 plus 20 सेंटीमीटर. कॉन्वेक्स लेंस है ना? ठीक है. नेक्स्ट. और क्या दिया है?
Objective must get its ratio Q
और U कितना हो जाएगा? minus 30 हो जाएगा. क्या निकालना है?
B and
B निकालना है और M निकालना है. चलो तुम लोग करो. निकालो सब लोग. लोग सारे न्यूमेरिकल कर पाओ. खाली साइन कन्वेंशन ठीक से रखना. सब कुछ हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir, done.
Done? Good. So try the next one. Now everybody try numericals yourself. जहाँ पे किसी को हेल्प चाहिए मेरे को बोलो. आया? Next one. दोनों मिल गया. B और M भी. M निकाला? M क्या आया है? M is 2 upon 5.
Sir,
V60
V60 है.
प्लस
V60 है और M V upon U आता है, इसलिए -2 आएगा.
ये आंसर है. किसको किसको ये आंसर नहीं मिला? आंसर दिया है बुक में. क्यों नहीं आ रहा? देखो सिंप्लीफिकेशन मिस्टेक हुआ होगा, देखो 1/f इज इक्वल टू 1/v माइनस 1/u, ये फॉर्मूला है, सब्स्टिट्यूट करो 1/20 1/v माइनस u कितना है -30, ये क्या हो जाएगा, प्लस हो जाएगा। अब इस तरफ जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा, -1/30 हो जाएगा। अब ये इसका एलसीएम क्या होगा 60, ये क्या हो जाएगा 3 टाइम्स -3 टाइम्स 1/60। मोस्टली कैलकुलेशन एरर ही होता है, या साइन कन्वेंशन में साइन डालना भूल गए, यही 2 एरर होता है। फिर m क्या है, m का फॉर्मूला क्या है, v/u। v कितना आया अपना 60, u कितना है -30, क्या हो गया माइनस, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर, ठीक है। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन करो।
Power of a concave lens is 4 diopters.
डायोप्टर
If the object distance is 4 times the width and the image distance, find the object and the image distance.
सबसे पहले कॉन्केव लेंस, सबसे पहले क्या लिखना है, लेंस का नाम कॉन्केव लेंस। फिर पावर कितना दिया इसका 4 डायोप्टर्स कैपिटल डी। अब कॉन्केव लेंस में पावर का साइन क्या आएगा,
पॉजिटिव,
वाई पॉजिटिव, कॉन्केव लेंस फोकल लेंथ इज नेगेटिव आएगा, क्योंकि कॉन्केव लेंस का फोकल लेंथ का साइन क्या होता है,
हाँ वो नेगेटिव होता है।
जो फोकल लेंथ का साइन होगा वही पावर का साइन होगा, ठीक है। ये हो गया, और क्या दिया, if the object distance is 4 times the image distance, find the object and image distances, ठीक है। वो हम बाद में देखेंगे, पहले तो ये निकाल लो, v और u निकालना है, ठीक है। you have to find given object distance is 4 times the image distance, u is equal to 4v, this is given, ये दो चीज दिया होगा। अब तुम निकालो, so what you have to find, u is equal to what, v is equal to what, ये निकालो। Mark this question also, कैसे निकालोगे,
1/f is equal to 1/v minus 1,
पावर से निकल जाएगा फोकल लेंथ,
और फोकल लेंथ से v और u,
और ये रिलेशन से तुम्हारा निकल जाएगा। तो एक बार फोकल लेंथ मालूम पड़ गया और v u का रिलेशन मालूम है, तो u को 4v डाल दो तो u एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा, v आ जाएगा, v आएगा तो फिर u निकल जाएगा, ठीक है। चलो तो सोल्यूशन में क्या होगा, since p is equal to 1/f in meter, f किसका आता है मीटर में, so therefore f is equal to 1/p मीटर हो जाएगा, ठीक है। जब भी p डायमीटर में होता है तो फोकल लेंथ किसमें होता है, मीटर में, तो दिस इज इक्वल टू 1/-4, ये कितना आ जाएगा, ये मीटर में आ जाएगा, f इज इक्वल टू -0.25 मीटर आया, उसको सेंटीमीटर में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, -25 सेंटीमीटर, क्योंकि हमको आंसर सेंटीमीटर में निकालना है ना, ठीक है। तो पहले f को तुमने सेंटीमीटर में निकाल लिया, क्योंकि पावर में हमेशा f मीटर में आता है, पावर के फॉर्मूले में p अगर डायप्टर में दिया है, p डायप्टर में ही देगा, फोकल लेंथ किस में आएगा, मीटर में, तो -0.25 मीटर आया और उसको तुमने सेंटीमीटर में कन्वर्ट किया 100 से मल्टीप्लाई कर।
सर लास्ट में किया तो भी चलेगा ना?
हाँ एकदम लास्ट में किया तो भी
हाँ।
चलेगा। बी और यू भी
मीटर नहीं आएगा पर
हाँ।
फिर अपन उसको कन्वर्ट कर सकते
करेक्ट कर सकते हो, लेकिन थ्रू आउट द कैलकुलेशन में सेम ही यूनिट यूज करना है, या तो मीटर या फिर सेंटीमीटर। तो अभी यू और वी कैसे निकलेगा? So therefore, 1 upon f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. f हमारे पास आ गया -25 और हमारा u कितना है 4v है। अच्छा एक चीज ध्यान रखो, हमको साइन कब लेना है? हम बोलते हैं कि u इज ऑलवेज नेगेटिव, बोलते हैं ना, लिसन, हम क्या बोलते हैं साइन कन्वेंशन के साथ डेटा लेना है, लेकिन कब? जब डेटा गिवन है तब। अभी यहाँ पे वेरिएबल है, तो जब भी ऐसा रिलेशन होगा तब तुमको साइन नहीं लगाना है, तुम ऐसा u इक्वल टू -4 भी नहीं लिख सकते, ठीक है? कब साइन लगाना है? जब डेटा गिवन है, नहीं गिवन है तो वेरिएबल फॉर्म में कैलकुलेशन के बाद साइन आएगा। इज दैट क्लियर? ये दोनों गलती करके आएंगे एग्जाम में क्योंकि सुन नहीं रहे। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज बता रहा हूं, ध्यान से सुनो। मैंने क्या बोला है? u इज ऑलवेज नेगेटिव, लेकिन कब? जब वैल्यू गिवन है, जब ऑब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन गिवन है क्वेश्चन। अब यहाँ पे रिलेशन है, ये दोनों वेरिएबल है, तो वेरिएबल के फॉर्म में तो हम साइन कन्वेंशन यूज नहीं करें, खाली रिलेशन लिखेंगे। ये बात समझ आ गई? चलो, इसलिए हमने u को एज इट इज जो 4v था वैसे ही लिखा। अब इसको सिंप्लीफाई करो, तो ये क्या हो गया? 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो ऊपर नीचे, दिस इज इक्वल टू 4 by 4v, कॉमन डिनोमिनेटर करो या एलसीएम ले लो, एलसीएम तो 4v है, एलसीएम इज 4v, यहाँ पे 4 आ गया -1 और ये -1/20, ये कितना हो गया 3/4v। अब क्या आ गया तुम्हारा 4v इज इक्वल टू -75 into 25, therefore v is equal to -75/4। ये आ गया आंसर, ये कितना आ गया -75। अब इसको सॉल्व कर लो, दिस इज -4 1s are 4 35, 4 8 जा 32, 3 4 7 जा 28, 18 -18.75, ठीक है? ये आ गया तुम्हारा v। अब u यहां से आ जाएगा, therefore u is equal to 4v which is equal to 4 into -75/4 यूज करो, ये आ गया -75, मिल गया, ठीक है? क्या निकालना था? u और v दोनों के लिए, ठीक है? तो ये लिख लो यहाँ पे, never use sign in case of variables, don't use, ये बहुत तुम्हारे नोट में एग्जाम में भी मत लिख देना ऐसे, don't use, ये कमेंट है, साइन कन्वेंशन with variables, okay? You will be variable.
वेरिएबल है ना, वेरिएबल साइन, वेरिएबल साइन और टाइम।
थैंक यू सर।
आगे